Atmospheric entry complete. Extend the wings.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Core 187. Core 187 is the movement. How are you doing? Listen, man. Starfox remake. People like, oh, we got it 4 times in a row. I'm going to tell you right now.
Do a barrel roll.
I'm a person, I don't jump on every pause.
What the heck?
I don't jump on everything that comes out
What the heck?
that's considered redone or remastered. I've never been that type of person. If something that got remastered, I'll go through the whole thing. Like when they came out with Zelda Ocarina of Time on 3DS and all that. Any 3DS game, I wasn't a 3DS fan. I
What the heck?
didn't play nothing wrong with the 3DS. Just long story short, for people back then who know, Wii U was not selling. So the only thing that was selling was the 3DS. So what they ended up doing was putting everything on the 3DS to pretty much sell better on that particular platform, because Wii U was not selling and it kind of died out. To me personally, I think what they're doing with the Switch 2, they're pretty much taking that same formula and they're applying it, but they're really restructuring the games that they did from the 64 to the 3DS, and now I feel like they're doing it to Switch 2.
What the heck?
With certain games, right? So, how do I feel about it? I'm overly hyped because I feel like they nailed it. That's just what it is. It gave you a story. They tell you about James McCloud. They're not just doing a redo again. They're actually giving it a foundation, a whole structure, a whole layer. Things that wasn't implemented from before, they're implementing it now. Okay, cool. I didn't get Star Fox Zero. I just didn't believe in it.
Can't let you do that.
Sorry, I didn't. The one for the 3DS, never played it. You know what I mean? Like, I always felt like if you're going to do something, if you're going to do a remake, like how they did Final Fantasy VII, which I feel like they're doing with Star Fox, that's what I see. First of all, let's talk about it. It starts off, definitely has a Star Wars type of approach. It's cool, right? Then the ships come out. I'm a whole fan of that particular jet, because that jet, a lot of people don't know, that jet comes from the original F-14 when they made the original model. They don't make F-14 jets anymore. So the F-14 jet used to adjust in certain areas and angles when it would fly. I used to want to be a pilot, but I'm scared of heights, so never was going to work. But at the end of the day, it comes from that particular jet. And for me, how they kind of showed it structuring, how it kind of like showed the wings spreading the whole 9 yards.
Extend the wings.
I love what it shows. Like, I was super hyped for that. There's a couple of pet peeves I have for it, though. I'm not going to sit there and act like everything is great with it.
What the heck?
Do they look too realistic? I feel like they was going for the SNES approach to kind of, I think that's how they wanted Star Fox to look at one point, and now that they're able to do it, that's why it looks the way it looks. I feel like Falcon looks kind of like a pigeon.
Can't let you do that.
Like, he's supposed to look like that, but I feel like they took the coolness out of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, Falco was just like, I don't know, he just looked a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Like his previous. I wish, I see what they were trying to do, but I feel like he could have looked a little bit more cooler. He don't look cool. He look like a stuffed animal. Like, I just didn't like it. Toad looks kind of, you know, she looked, Slippy. I don't know. Slippy looks like really paused. Looks really wet.
What the heck?
Like, it's just like, I mean, don't get me wrong, frogs do look like that, but I feel like it's an over accumulated situation. But as far as everything else is concerned, Like, when it goes down to it, I'm excited. Now, before I was really interrupted, this is like days later after that whole video. Just adding on to it. I was really upset about it. Anyway, yeah, so I'm happy about how the graphics look. Fox McCloud looks amazing. A lot of people are upset about how it looks. I kind of like what it looks like. James McCloud's whole prologue, you know, you've always heard about it, but you never really like got to see it in full circle, and now they're bringing it to full circle, and I really do like that. So I'm excited about that. This game is important to me, just like Zelda Ocarina of Time is important to me. You know, my cousin, may he, you know, I pray for his soul, that he's, you know, he's in a better place. I pray for it, but you know, only God has the right judgment for that. But the right of judgment for that. We used to play that game a lot. That was one of his favorite games. I remember when the Nintendo 64 didn't come out right away. He had the prototype, and the first game he had with that was Starfox 64. And I remember, you know, he ended up getting the Rumble Pack to go with it. You know, a lot of people don't know. If it wasn't for Nintendo 64, you would not have a Rumble Pack. You would not have, you know, the Dual Shock and all of that. That didn't even exist at one point if it wasn't for the Nintendo 64. So I remember when he got that, and I was just like, wow. And it really changed my life with that game. So I hold that game into a higher regard when it comes to it. Just to see what I've always wanted it to look like. I'm really amazed. I'm really stoked for it. I'm really hyped. I'm really hyped for it. I hope you guys are hyped for it too. You know, is there anything I want to see in the future for Star Fox? Yeah, what I really want to see in the future for Star Fox pretty much is they start doing things where they can just add on to the story plot and move forward with that, and start making like a part 2 to it, and using the engine that they have and just keep elevating it from that point on. Tell me what you believe in the comments. What you think about it? I know I'm going to hear a lot of stuff about how they look, or they could have did something different. I want to hear your comments. Put in the comment section. I'm going to holler at y'all. You already know it's your boy Cole 187. Peace.
What the heck?